What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another video. This one is going to be an Avenged Sevenfold song. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown on Avenged Sevenfold. He listens to Avenged Sevenfold. However, he's really only heard the singles. He's heard stuff like Nightmare and Buried Alive and The Stage and probably
Hatter.
Mad Hatter, Afterlife, Dear God, Almost Easy. He's heard stuff like that. He has not heard the underrated absolute perfection of gems on records. And so that's what I'm going to get him to react to today. I'm going to get him to react to Victim. This is probably my favorite, well, one of my favorite songs off of Nightmare. Spoiler alert, all three of my absolute favorites are not any of the singles. And so with that out of the way, we're going to be checking out Victim. Now, what kind of track are you expecting without knowing?
I'm gonna expect something like From Far Away. No.
So Far Away. So you're expecting more of like a softer ballad.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna explain to you what this song is about. So track 8 off of Avenged Sevenfold's 5th studio album, Nightmare. Lyrically, the song deals with the death of the band's drummer, Jimmy the Rev Sullivan. May he rest in peace. Absolutely amazing drummer. Absolute legend. Jimmy the Rev Sullivan, who died on December 28th, 2009. This is going to be the 10th anniversary of his death coming up. He died of an accidental overdose of prescription drugs and alcohol. Now, I'm going to get into sort of what's going on in the first verse, because it sounds kind of strange until you... So here's my theory. My theory is that a whole bunch of fans went to the Rev's house and left him and his family a whole bunch of messages and tapes. Because if you look what the verse says, it says, "House full of roses, a letter on the stairs, a tape full of messages for anyone who cares. Collage of broken words and stories full of tears, remembering your life because we wish that you were here."
Yeah,
that's so deep.
Yeah.
You're probably going to cry during this song, I'm not going to lie. It's an absolutely emotional song, but it's an amazing song at that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. You might want to put your other headphone in. I'm going to start it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Probably going to want to read the lyrics.
you'll find me in a place I like to go. Ask questions to myself about the things I'll never know. What's left to find? 'Cause I need a little more. I need a little time. Can we even up the score? Some say this can't be real, and I've lost my power to feel tonight. We're all just victims of a crime. When all's gone, it can't be regained. We can't seem to shelter the pain inside. We're all just victims of a crime.
My favorite part.
Nothing lasts forever. For all good things, it's true. I'd rather trade it all, somehow saving you. It must have been the season that threw us out of line. Once I stood so tall, now I'm searching for a sign. So don't need your salvation with promises unkind. In all the speculation, save it for another time. 'Cause we all need a reason just to stay. Well, some just can't be bothered to stick around another day. Some say this can't be real, and I've lost my power to feel tonight. We've all been victims of a crime. When all's gone, it can't be regained. We can't seem to shelter the pain inside. We've all been victims of a crime. Victims of a crime. Living with this crime. I'm missing you. I'm missing you. I'm missing you. I'm missing you.
Probably stop it right here. So, I am going to let you take it away. What did you think about the song? What were your initial impressions?
Song's a really good one.
You're not in a frame.
Well, now that I'm in frame, song is really good. Lyrics kind of hit home a lot. I mean, I've dealt with people who have committed suicide, and I know you have too. So it hits home really hard. And if you could go back in time to save, if you can give everything you have away now, to go back in time to save that one person, I would.
Very, very true. There's just so many true statements in this song. The like every single this song is just jammed packed full of meaning. For example, nothing is harder than to wake up all alone, realize it's not okay. It's the end of all you've known. In other words, it's the end of life as you know it. For example, if you've had a friend that you've known since you were children, and then one day they're not here, your entire life is forever disrupted from that. Sure, you can learn to heal, but those wounds will always be there. Suicide, it doesn't take away the pain. It and While a lot of people can debate over whether Jimmy committed suicide or if it was an accidental overdose, the point is he still died. And nothing's truer in this song. Like, they use this album as sort of healing process. One of my favorite lines is, "Scars are left behind, but some too deep to feel," and that line just is really, really powerful. But I want to show you. I want you to break down sort of the bridge.
Okay.
That's the main thing, because
So nothing lasts forever. For all good things, it's true. I'd rather trade it all while somehow saving you.
right there.
Okay, so it is the meaning that all good things and everything in life must come to an end one day. Whether it be, a good relationship, a friend, family member, it's gonna be hard. And I would rather trade it all while somehow saving you. I mean, I had a friend of mine who did commit suicide. And if I had a chance to go back and somehow stop him, I would.
Mm-hmm.
That's he. M. Shadows was saying, I'd give up all this fame, all this fortune that I have, just to go back and save you.
Very true. And that's the reason I love this song so much, is because how close to home it hits. What a lot of people don't realize, that they don't seem to understand, is just because people get famous doesn't mean that they lose their feelings. They're still human beings just like me and you. They still deal with loss. They still deal with depression, mourning, that kind of stuff. And I want you to sort of explain like the next line, because it kind of has multiple meanings.
It must have been the season that threw us out of line. So, by that meaning, something had either happened or there was just a change over time that it just slowly that they didn't see. That they didn't see what was going on with Jimmy.
Well, I gotta preface this. So he actually had a medical condition. Doctors said that he wouldn't live to 30.
You told me about that.
He was born with it. Well, in case the viewers don't, I'm gonna say it.
No.
So in case the viewers don't know, Jimmy was born with an enlarged heart, and the doctors said he wouldn't live to see 30 years old, and he was, I think, 28 when he died. It got so bad towards we don't really know what happened, but the doctors said it would be extremely painful up until the point where he died. A lot of people theorized that he was just trying to numb the pain when he had the overdose. But I'm going to focus specifically on the word season. What does season mean? It has multiple meanings. We're not talking about the kind you put on food. It's a long-term period. Now, my theory is that the season that he's talking about is a very, very difficult time in his life. It was a very difficult time.
Just like there can always be a harsh season,
There can be good seasons too. But this one, he says, it must have been the season that threw us out of line. It must have been something really dark or something really depressing or painful that kind of threw them off of what they were doing beforehand.
Yeah.
And then he says, once I stood so tall, now I'm searching for a sign. He's asking why why he's no longer with them. And this next line is something that I think is meant for certain people. It's not really meant for like the general audience that listens to this song.
Yeah.
So don't need your salvation with promises unkind, and all the speculation save it for another time.
That's just
What's your
saying-
take on this?
That to me is like, let's say you had a family member pass, and saying, "I feel for you," I'm here for you. Promises so unkind. That means people that say they're gonna be there when times are hard, they're not. And all the speculation saying, "Oh, he killed himself. Oh, it was all this and that." He just wants to mourn. He doesn't want to hear, people get thinking what happened. He didn't want to hear, what was going on, or he just wanted to have the memory of him before all that.
Mm-hmm.
And speculations can change the memory of somebody just like that.
Mm-hmm. So I actually think it's quite talking literal here. So don't need your salvation. I'm guessing some sort of religious person was telling him, well, you need to get right with God because the same thing's going to happen to you. Or something like that's what I think happened with this song. I think that this line in particular was directed at a particular person that he had been talking to at the time. Maybe it was someone that tried to convert him because of this tragedy that happened. And so that's what I think happened. I think that he just ended up getting pushed away by this person. Well, he ended up pushing this person away because they tried to take advantage of a tragic situation and try and bring him to their religion. That's what I think happened. And the speculation that he's talking about, it could very well be, I never thought of it that way. It could be talking about whether he committed suicide or it was accidental. But I also think it could be talking about where Jimmy's soul ended up going. Like, people, because it's in the same sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the same sentence as salvation. So don't need your salvation and all the speculation. I think it's part of the same sort of thing. And so he's saying here, I don't need your salvation. I don't want you using me because of a tragedy. And I don't really care about where you say that he went.
Yeah.
Now, as far as I know, M. Shadows himself is atheist, so that very well could explain why he would think that way. I don't particularly care about someone's religious or political views, though. I just want to put that out there. So he said, this line is so deep. Every single line in this song is like super deep.
Yeah.
Because we all need a reason just to stay, while some just can't be bothered to stick around another day. So a lot of us, we go through life, and we have to fight for a reason to live. We have to give ourselves a reason to live, and some don't even care about that. Some people don't want to find another reason to live. And so that's what this is trying to say is some people fight so hard for life while others just are so done with life because of things that have happened to them. So that's why I think this song is absolutely amazing, is because of all of the just jam-packed full of meaning in this song. So now we're going to get into sort of a musical analysis. What did you think of the song, musically?
I guessed it. It was going to be more of like, so far away, more meaningful. See, when you're happy, you listen to the song for the music.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're sad, you can understand what the lyrics are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I wasn't even sad. I could understand what it would mean behind it was. Because, some point or another, you have dealt with suicide, and it's just a very heavy topic.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to make this song, it just hits home really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a good song. Great drums, great guitar. Everything in this song, absolutely perfect to me.
Okay. What did you think of the guitar solos? Because there was two of them.
They were really nice, honestly. Like, they were just nothing too hard for for this type of song, but the guitar solos fit the song perfectly.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would have said. The guitar solos fit the song perfectly, and I just want to sort of make a note here that, like, Sinister Gates is an absolutely amazing guitar player. He did not I think he may have done like the humming vocals in the beginning, and end. But he is able to. This is the mark of a true guitarist, one who is able to convey emotions through their guitar playing without ever saying a word.
Yeah.
The ending solo was just so sad and like haunting at the end. You could really feel his pain that he was going through at the time through his guitar playing.
Yeah.
And that's the mark of a true guitarist, someone that is born and gifted to play that role in a band. Some people try and force it, but the emotional stuff that's where I really started gravitating towards guitar, because I've seen tons of shredders out there. I've seen people that could melt your face off, but when it comes to crafting a beautiful guitar solo that just hits your soul, that's what I love. I could listen to crazy stuff all day, but at the end of the day, it's the emotional stuff that hits me.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you to rate the song. What would you rate it out of 5? 1 to 5.
5. Most definitely.
There you guys have it. Now, for those of you that like Avenged Sevenfold, I'm going to get him to react to 1 of 3 songs. And you guys are going to have to help me out with which version of the song you guys want. So I want him to react to either Beast and the Harlot, Backcountry, or Seize the Day. So one of those 3 songs, I need you guys to help me with that. I realize you can't see, so those 3 songs. And with that, I want to know whether you guys want to hear the music video or the actual song, because there is sections cut out of the music videos of songs, and I'm not okay with that, but the audience may be, which is why I'm leaving it to you guys. Also, Seize the Day, if you guys choose that, I'll probably just end up showing the music video anyways, since it has the full song, and I can't say anything else. You guys know. So you guys will have to help me with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do you have any closing statements?
Nope, I don't.
You guys have it. He loved the song, and I'm super glad he did. So with that out of the way, guys, this is Big Christ, and this has been
Magic Mike.
and we will see you guys next time.